Yeah, Bobby, I can't go take out the vampire right now. I gotta put a red hood on, and I gotta go kick Batman's ass. Oh, wait. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Wait one moment. Sam? Batman Under the Red Hood, released in 2010 and is directed by Brandon Veidt, who has directed many episodes of The Batman and Batman the Brave and the Bold. And this film has a voice cast of Bruce Greenwood, Jensen Ackles, John DiMaggio, Neil Patrick Harris, Jason Isaacs, and Wade Williams. 5 years ago, Batman suffered his greatest defeat and his greatest failure when the Joker had brutally beaten and murdered his second Robin, Jason Todd. Well, now it's 5 years later, and there is a new masked vigilante in the city of Gotham, who is trying to take out all the crime lords and drug dealers in the city, but unlike Batman, is willing to go the extra step and extract justice by murdering them. And after several encounters with the Batman, Bruce Wayne realizes that the fighting style and the man under the red hood is his former protege, Jason Todd. So now Batman has to face his past and basically deal with the consequences of the decisions that he makes in his life and dealing with the consequences of taking on a partner. And a partner that may or may not have been ready. So the reason why we're talking about Batman Under the Red Hood today, well, because The Batman, the next Batman movie, theatrical release movie, is coming out this Friday, so I thought I'd lead up to my ranking of all the Batman movies over the last several decades by talking about a couple of the animated features that never made it to theaters, just went to direct DVD, and this is one of the most successful of the DC animated universe films. And it's one of the most famous Batman stories, the death of the family, the death of Jason Todd. Back in, I believe, the 70s, DC Comics put a poll out there, actually, and took in votes from fans and readers of Detective Comics and Batman saying, hey, what do you want to happen in the next issue? And they gave a whole bunch of reasons, and one of those reasons was have Robin, Jason Todd, killed. And to their shock and awe, the majority of people said, we want to see Robin die. And that's where you get the iconic image of Batman kneeling down and cradling this dead, broken body of Robin in his arms. One of the most iconic stories and images in all of Batman lore, and this story of resurrection of Jason Todd has constantly been done over the last several decades in comics, in video games with Batman Arkham Knight, and hell, they even redid this movie, Batman Under the Red Hood, and called it Batman Death of the Family, and released it on Blu-ray a couple of years ago, and it's a select and adventure. So once you get to a certain point, you can pick which route you can go on, but it's all based around this story. This story is very popular. But I do remember seeing like trailers and previews for this movie talking about Red Hood and questioning like, who's the Red Hood? Who's under the mask? And it's like, do we really, we know who's under the Red Hood. It's Jason Todd, come on. But the animation style here, it is crisp, it is clean, it has a lot of nods to the Bruce Timm versions of Batman the Animated Series, which is one of my favorite versions of Batman, but it also incorporates a little bit of color, like from Batman the Brave and the Bold. But what this in particular film is known for is its story, and its emotional weight. Because this thing weighs a lot when it comes to emotion. Imagine being Jason Todd and being brutally murdered, suffering in pain, broken ribs, collapsed lungs, just sitting there watching the timer on the bomb in the room to slowly tick down, knowing that no one's coming to help you. And then when you're resurrected by Ra's al Ghul, you come back and you look around and you see, oh, Batman, the man who killed me, Joker, he is still alive. You let him live. What the hell, brah? It's one of the best lines in the movie when it comes to the climax, and Jason Todd and Batman are facing down each other, and Jason says, I forgive you. I forgive you for not saving me. I get it. But in 5 years, how is this man, this Joker character, how is he not dead? He murdered your partner, your ally, your kind of son, and yet he still lives. How could you do that? Your mentality, your practices do not work. And Jason Todd's talking not just about him killing him, but you keep letting him survive, locking him up, only for him to escape and kill more people. He's killed hundreds and thousands just because you are so much of a coward that you don't want to pull the trigger and murder this dude. One life to save hundreds of thousands. And yet, they both weigh the same to you, Batman. It's a great line because you definitely see where Jason Todd's coming from. And that's really always been the big topic of discussion when it comes to this character of the Batman and how his one rule is that he will never kill. Well, you know, if you did take this one life or these couple of lives, then, you know, hundreds, thousands of people would probably still be alive if it weren't for you. Yes, the Joker, Two-Face, Riddler, Mr. Freeze, they pulled the trigger, but you're the one who let them live and get away with it, only for them to come back and do it again and again and again. It's the one flaw of this Batman project that Bruce Wayne has. And that's the other debate. Like, is it a flaw, or is that something to be admired, that he will not stoop to the level of the man who took his parents? See, this is why Batman is the greatest character ever written, and why so many people connect to him, because he's such a moral character up to a certain point, and people can feel attached to him because he has such human emotions under that cape and cowl. And I think Jensen Ackles has a great voice for Jason Todd. At this point, it was young, it was gravelly, it was tough. You can tell, like, that voice has seen a couple of things in his life. And I really enjoy Bruce Greenwood as Bruce Wayne, his voice for Batman. He's a very cool actor just in general, so him voicing a cool character like Batman is just cool, I guess. Wow, that's just great reviewing, Caleb. Wow, everything's cool. This was cool. That was cool. John DiMaggio voicing the Joker is creepy and haunting, and it's not as caricature-y as, say, a Mark Hamill or any of the other versions of animated Joker that we've gotten. His voice actually sounds pretty normal, and there's something even creepier about that. And I also like Neil Patrick Harris as Nightwing. Definitely not now, but I think a couple of decades ago, he would have been a nice live-action Dick Grayson, Nightwing, or Robin in real life. This animated feature is one of the best that DC, that Warner Brothers has put out. It's one of those ultimate moments, one of those necessary moments when you're talking about the history of Batman. This moment in time needs to happen. Batman needs to fail and suffer loss again in his life. It presents characters on two different sides of the coin, making you go, well, both of them do have good points, and you start debating with yourself. This film is excellent. I think the only gripe I have is that it's an hour 16 minutes, and I want it to keep going. I want it longer. I'm gonna give Batman Under the Red Hood 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Alright everyone, now continuing on our Batman week, we're looking at another Batman animated feature, one that I haven't watched since watching it in the theater. Yes, it wasn't widely released in the theater, but I did get a special screening to go to the theater to watch this when it was released, and never wanted to go back again, but I decided to give it another chance, and that's called Batman The Killing Joke. And I just got a sinking feeling by saying that title out loud. I remember being so disappointed watching this thing in the theater, dragging my wife to the theater to watch it, and I remember leaving, and I believe I apologized to my wife for bringing her along. She loves Batman too, so she had no problem with it, but coming out of it, we were both like, wow, that was not good. But we'll see how it's aged next time. So guys, if you've seen Batman Under the Red Hood, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before, and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you on the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time with my review of Batman The Killing Joke. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.